All right, welcome back to WMA Now with your host, Chuck Simpson, coming at you with a RIZIN Fighting Federation fight announcement. So, the Japanese big stage promotion, RIZIN, has announced that they will be heading outside of Japanese borders for only the second time in their run as they head to South Korea for RIZIN World Series on May 31st. That's, I believe, a Saturday. And they've announced a ladies' super atomweight bout for the card between Shim and Lotus Wmma. So Shim, this will be her third time fighting for RIZIN, looking for her first win. For Kate, I believe this is her second time fighting for RIZIN, maybe third. But she has been a mainstay mostly within deep jewels in Japan, whereas Shim was formerly the Road FC Atomweight champ and came to notice for the second round, or the second season of the Netflix show Physical 100. Garnered a lot of attention from that being on that reality contest show. At first, this looks like the classic WMMA Battle of the Beauties, really throwback to a time when the divisions weren't taken as a serious part of the sport. But when you look at it deeper, it's actually a pretty good fight. We'll get into that in a moment here. But first, let's take a look at the stats here. So Shim comes in with a record of 6-5. Kate Lotus coming in at 6-7. Now Shim has been, luckless in her RIZIN stint. Made her debut against Reina Kubota, dropping a decision a year ago, and then took on Ayaka Hamasaki and unfortunately fell victim to a second round arm lock. Before that, she had beaten Junghoon Park for the Road FC title. That was 3.5 years ago. Now, Kate Lotus, on the other hand, has been alternating wins and losses. Her last 5 wins consist of a decision in Deep Jewels, decision loss in Deep Jewels to Murari Suda, no shame there. Picked up a win over Yuko Kiryu via TKO. That was a year ago in Deep Jewels. Then dropped TKO to Reina Kubota 8 months ago in RIZIN, so these two do share a common opponent in Reina. And then most recently, she fought in Deep 5 months ago, picked up a win over Juna Tsukii via submission. But that was a gimme fight because Tsukii was only 1-0 at the time. Kate Lotus is the younger fighter. She's 27-31 for Yuri Shim. Shim is just slightly taller at 5'6", 168 centimeters to 5'5", 164 centimeters for Kate Lotus. No reach on Tapology for Kate. Shim is listed at 64.6 inches or 164 centimeters. Both of these ladies, inordinately tall for, atomweight and even super atomweight, which is at 108 pounds. Okay, so as I was saying, this, at first thought, you're thinking, oh, this is RIZIN doing a battle of the pretty girls, throwback to old school WMMA that you'd find not only in Japan, you'd find it a lot in North America as well. And at first glance, and if you think that when you see it, I don't blame people. I don't blame people for seeing it, but I think that when you really look at this, it goes a little bit deeper than that. Yuri Shim is a serious martial artist. She doesn't have the best record, mostly because of a lack of grappling on her part. But she is a serious Muay Thai fighter. And I think she won national... Excuse me. I believe she won some national competitions in Korea back in the day. And she's been fighting since March of 2017. And picked up a couple of wins before dropping a couple losses and then picking up some more wins again. And she's had some mixed results the last couple of years. She also went through a stint of inactivity trying to get out of her Road FC contract. But she's always been serious about martial arts. Now, Kate Lotus, on the other hand, she came from a non-martial arts background. She was like a fitness model competitor, like a fitness competition type of person, and had no martial arts background. But since she made her debut in 2020, December of 2020, she's racked up 13 fights. That's a lot of fights in only, 5 years? And for someone to have that many fights in that short amount of time, and to have, a close to 500 record at 6-7, that's actually very respectable. That's very respectable for that background. And she started up at flyweight. Like, her first fight was all the way up at, I believe, flyweight. Yeah, at flyweight. Won her first pro fight. Then she actually got sick at one point around 20. Was it 2021? Like late 2021. From December until May of 2022, she didn't fight for that long. Dropped to straw weight, and then slowly has made her way down to super atomweight. So as she fought and dropped some weight, she moved into a more serious weight classes in Japan, and she's really dedicated herself to it. So yeah, while this at first looks like just another battle of the beauties, these are two people who actually take the sport seriously. Like Shim has been fighting since a little kid. She's been training. And Kate Lotus, while having a late start, has taken the sport seriously and has put some serious effort into it. Now, as far as the fight goes, stand-up wise, Shim should be able to take it. Grappling should be anyone's game. That has traditionally been Shim's weakness, and Kate Lotus does have a couple of submissions, but against people with much worse ground game than Yuri Shim's. So, could be even. I think it's largely going to depend on who lands the takedown, who gets on top. That's would be the deciding factor if this fight goes to the ground. But standing up, Kate Lotus is a brawler, whereas Shim has that Muay Thai. And if she can get Kate Lotus into the clinch, it could end up being a really long night for Kate Lotus. So those are my initial thoughts on this. RIZIN World Series Korea goes down Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at the Paradise Hotel and Casino in Incheon, South Korea, which is on the West Coast. Let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comments. Hit that like button, and thank you for watching WMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.